So this is a video I never thought I would make. I never thought that anybody would care, but I've got a few comments and several emails and private messages asking me things like, what camera do you use? How do you record your audio? What drone are you using? Things of that nature. And so I thought I would do a review. Pretty much show you what I bring with me every day and how I package it, and how I carry it. And that's also another question I get. How do you carry all your camera gear to keep it safe? So, when you're out doing construction, it's a little different than if you're just, going around doing regular vlogging. When you're actually working on things out on a site, out on the farm, things can get damaged easy. Now, I'm not going to take credit for this case. There's two ideas on here that I got to give credit to Wrangler Star, and I'll put a link to his video in the description and also a card if I can do that. I had never heard of a Nanook case. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. I've had several Pelicans over the years. I like the Pelicans, but I didn't like the foam that you had to pull and pluck, and so I hadn't even thought about going this route till I saw him. So we'll get into it and see. Hopefully the audio is good on this. I am using my phone because I wanted to show you my actual camera gear, and if I'm using one of my cameras and my microphone, then I can't do that. So here is everything that I use on a daily basis. And we'll start at the back and work our way forward. And this is the other idea that I got from Wrangler Star that I absolutely love. So one of the problems I always had in the past and what kind of kept me from making as many videos was not having things charged, not having everything ready, having one battery charged but not extras, or the one camera being charged but not the other, vice versa, or getting out and not having something. Well, now everything I use is in one case, and all the charger cords are ran underneath up to each slot where everything's at. So every night I go in and I plug in one cord and everything is charging. And that is actually, let me pull this over to the side. It's all right underneath these little slots here. There's a power strip that has all my cords. Now directly on top of it, I keep this battery bank. This is, I believe it's a 10,000 milliamp hour. Let's see. Yeah, 10,000 milliamp hour. And I keep that in here and I charge it as well. And mostly what this gets used for is my phone. The battery life on my phone is not good when I'm out. But also on heavy videoing days, I can go through all three of my batteries for my main camera and I can charge it with this. So I keep that here with my iPhone cord, just there at the ready. And then I also have this. I made this when I first started videoing on YouTube. Back then, all I used was my phone, and I had a phone mount that I got for like $1, and I carved this little block out of a piece of mahogany to mount to a tripod that I had. And believe it or not, I still use this at times when I need to mount one of my other cameras to a tripod other than my A camera. My A camera is the only one that consistently has the mount on it for a tripod. Back here is a slot for my A camera batteries. I have two chargers in here, one two bank charger and one single bank charger. And so it's a Canon. I've got my Canon batteries. Now I only have one actual Canon battery. The other two are off brands. I wouldn't recommend that. They definitely don't have the lifespan that the actual Canon battery does. So moving up, this is my B camera. This is a Sony A5000, I believe, Alpha 5000. I don't see it there, but I believe it's an A5000. And it's a mirrorless camera. It's small. I really like this camera. It was my A camera for a little while. The only problem it has is it doesn't have a microphone in. I used to use a Zoom H1 for my audio, and I just got tired of always syncing the audio. And I know some of the other video editing softwares will auto sync. What I have doesn't. And I just got tired of it. And I also was tired of the extra batteries, having to keep those batteries charged, forgetting to hit record after I hit record on the camera. So I keep it permanently attached to this little tripod. And this is great for low shots on the ground, or if I need to strap it onto something. I've actually hung this from branches several times while I've been building the tree house. And then down inside of it, here I've got a 2-bank charger. Now I have 3 batteries, The one's always in the camera and two charging. I don't use this camera as much as I use my A camera, so far I've never ran out of batteries on this one. Now the next 4 slots are all dedicated to the drone. Now I use the, I believe it's called the Mavic Mini. Yeah, Mavic Mini. This is the cheapest drone that I could find on DJI's website. I wanted to go DJI, and the only thing it doesn't have that I wish it had was the follow me feature. It only shoots in 2K, and that doesn't bother me because I only upload in 1080p, so that's not an issue. It'd be nice sometimes to be able to crop more when I'm in post-production, but again, that doesn't bother me at all. But I did not realize how much I would like this size. The fact that I can just slip it in there and it'd be so much smaller than the Mavic Pro, I've absolutely loved that. Then right here, I have the 3-bank battery charger for DJI. And I keep an old iPhone, and that's what I use with the controller. That way I don't have to, 2 things. I don't have to take my iPhone out of the case, and I'm not just wearing my battery down more on my iPhone. So I keep that in here and it's charged up. The reason I replaced this phone was how bad the battery life was, but for just using it for a, the remote on the drone, the battery's plenty fine. And then I keep the remote for the DJI here. And because I keep it the way I do, and instead of using the case that came with the Mini, even though I love the case that came with the Mini, now I can keep the joysticks in all the time and just keep it ready to go. And then down in here, I keep the little accessories that come with it, extra blades, the screwdriver, things like that. Now we move on to the front row. This is my A camera. This is the Canon M50. I specifically got this camera. It's been probably 2 years ago, year and a half, I'm not sure. But at that time, it was the only mirrorless in my price range that had microphone in. It was, I would say, the cheapest camera that had, let me rephrase that, microphone end and a screen that would flip back to where you can see yourself. That's one thing I love about the Alpha. It does the same thing, it flips at the top, but I could flip the screen and see myself, and that's important for me because it's just me. So I like that. And like I said, it's got the microphone in. I added this frame to it so I can mount my Rode there. It's just a storage spot, really. I mount it to my lapel when I am actually using it. And then I also have this little shotgun mic that I'll put on there and use it for any time I'm wanting to capture ambient noise, or my battery's dead on the road, or whatever. That's the only thing I don't like about the Rode microphones. They're great, they're small, they work good for what they are, but they don't have replaceable batteries. So once they're dead, you have to stop using them and charge them. Then down underneath here, I keep little lens cleaners, things of that nature. And I got the 2 cords coming up for the microphones to charge them. So underneath the shotgun mic, I have I've got a little lapel mic if I need it for any reason, a wired lapel, and a couple of little bags that the Rodes came in, and then other little audio wires if I need to wire something up a little differently in my audio setup. I can split it and run the lapel and the shotgun at the same time if I need to. One on the left channel, one on the right channel. The next slot is my GoPro, and this is the Session, I believe. At the time I bought this, I liked it because it was small, but the one thing I don't like about it is, like the Rode mics, it's just got 1 battery. So I would much rather have one that I could carry multiple batteries. I'm considering replacing this soon, probably with a Hero 7, I think. I think 8's the newest, so I'll probably get a 7. It has a really good stabilization and has a replaceable screen or a lens, where the Hero 8, you can't replace the lens if you crack it. So I will probably get the Hero 7, again, mostly for the stabilization and the fact that I can have multiple batteries. Then I keep down in here a little head mount for that. I don't use this that often, but you know, it's kind of nice every now and then. And like everything else, it stays plugged up, ready to charge when it's plugged into the wall. Now, in this slot, this is actually the only thing that's missing from this entire case right now is my iPhone mount that is being used to video this at the moment. So it would normally be in here. And then I have various little GoPro mounts as well. I guess, I don't know. Yes, these are technically the mounts. These are the different ways that you can attach to the mount to get different pivots and angles. And then I have a little handheld that I can use for that. I don't use this often, but it's one of those things that doesn't take up much room, and every once in a while I'll use it. Then my son also has my old GoPro. It's a Hero 3, and he can use some of this stuff as well. And the last thing here is, it's my SD card storage. It's a, I don't know how to pronounce that, but Pelican makes a similar one like this. Just a great little case to hold SD cards in. That's pretty much it. You know, I am not a camera guy. Most YouTubers I've noticed are bigger into their gear than I am. I just happen to like to do YouTube, but I'm not big into cameras. Most of the time I'm shooting in auto mode because I really just don't know much more than that. And because of that, I don't have as nice a gear as what a lot of YouTubers do. But that being said, I've never once had somebody complain about the quality of my video. I've had them complain about the quality of my editing, the quality of my music, and the quality of my sound, but never the quality of video. So I really don't think it's very necessary to get much more than that. I almost forgot. I've also got a couple extra dead cats there and a couple dividers that I keep in here just in case I decide to change things up, which I think may happen. I've got a couple other things that I may end up adding or moving around, but for right now, I'm very happy with it. To me, this is the biggest upgrade that I have made as far as YouTube is concerned. I've started making a whole lot more videos about a month or two ago, and what facilitated that change and the ability to do that was the fact of having this case. Every day I get up and I grab this one case and I'm ready to go. Now, I've got tripods, things of that nature, but they're pretty much just sitting in the shop at all times. They stay in here, or they're, I've got them, you know, multiple places. But this is the part that I have to have ready to go every day, and having here just makes it so easy. Well, hopefully this answered a lot of questions. If you have any more, leave them in the comments. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down, but tell me why so I can try to get better. I'll also leave links in the description to everything I have here that I can find links to anyway. That way, if you want to check it out, you can. You have a good day. We'll see you next time.